Hello everyone, I am Arpit and welcome back to my next video on Arpit's Delivery Lab. So today we would be talking about Know Your Customer Data Model, which is also known as Party Profile Data Model Salesforce ecosystem. So if you have ever worked on a fintech or banking implementation in Salesforce Financial Service Cloud, you have encountered the Party Profile object, but most teams only scratch the surface of what this data model can. Today, we are going to walk through the full Know Your Customer data model, every object, what it stores, and how they all are connected. And we'll be discussing this with some real example which you can map in your own projects. Okay. So let's talk about party profile. So party profile is the core Salesforce object, like it is the core object in Know Your Customer data model. It is unified identity of any customer, individual, or business in your org. It links to standard Salesforce objects like lead, contact, and account. It also links with FSC specific objects like income, address, screening, and credit identity. One party profile can be linked with one customer only, and it provides you complete view, which is auditable as well. So, three things to know first before we talk more about party profile. So, it is FSC object. So, party profile is a Salesforce Industries or FSC object. I majorly have used it in FSC implementations, and this is not available in core Salesforce. It requires FSC license basically. It bridges the standard and custom objects basically. So it links with lead, contact, and account, and also link with FSC specific objects like income, address, and credit profiles. The KYC anchor, this like every know your customer workflow starts here. Identity verification, credit checks, screening, all are tied to party profile. Okay. So this is a full, let's go back. So this is the full KYC object map. So if you see, party profile sits in the center of KYC data model. On the left side, like we have the standard Salesforce objects that links to it with lead, contact, and account. And also we have some financial profile objects like income, address, employment, assets, and liabilities. Okay. On the right side, we have three clusters. One is for identity and verification. If you see, it is here identity, and this is identity. This is for identity and verification. Another, we see the credit profile and financial data. If you see here, okay. Then we have about screening summaries basically. Okay. Now let's talk about more in for each of clusters and objects listed into this screen. So how party profiles connect to standard Salesforce object? Okay. So first, let me be very clear here that party profile doesn't replace lead, contact, or account. In real, it actually enrich them with the KYC data. Okay. So lead, contact, and account, they all are connected with the party profile. Okay. And we have these three lookups available on party profile object basically, using which we can connect these objects with the party profile. So what happened, like when a prospect enters into your pipeline, lead is created, party profile is also linked to that lead to begin collecting KYC data. And at the lead stage, we may collect income, employment, address before they even convert. When lead converts, we may create a contact record or maybe the personal account. Okay. So we link that person account or contact into the contact lookup, and party profile continue to hold all the KYC data. Now it is linked with the contact also. So whatever data we capture at the lead stage, it is now being connected with contact also and can be reutilized. Same happens with the account also. So if you are having a business banking or corporate accounts, then links to party profile, and this is useful for business KYC, like verifying verifying company identities, ensuring the directors details, financial health, and all these things can be done with the help of party profile object. Okay. So in real scenario, what happened, let's think a scenario of a loan application basically. So day one, lead is created, party profile created, and it is linked. We start collecting income, address, and employment. And day 10, like the lead converts to the contact, party profile is still linked, and the same data, and the new relationship begins here. Day 20, loan is approved, customer become an account, party profile now linked to the account also, if it is a business account basically. And KYC data model follow the customer through the entire journey without duplication. And this is the power of the party profile. It is persistent across KYC records. Now let's talk more about person employment basically. Sorry, let's talk about financial objects basically, financial profile objects. So everything you need to understand a customer's financial picture can be controlled financial profile object. So first one is person employment. So who they work for, like their income source, their employment type, either they are salaried employed or the self-employed, it stores into the person employment object. Then we have party profile object, party profile address. So current and historical addresses can be linked to this object under party profile, and it can be used for further other processes like address verification, proof of residence, and some change tracking also. Then we have party income object. So party income, it is used to declare the income sources, salary, rental, business, and it supports into like debt to income ratio calculation for loan decision and some other use cases also. So you can store what is the income of that particular person can be stored into the party income. We have party financial asset. Okay, so any asset owned by the person, like it is in a property, vehicle, or investment, which can be used for collateral assessment later, is stored into party financial asset. Okay, now next we have party financial liabilities. So any existing debts like loan, credit card, mortgage, these are stored in party financial liability basically, and it is critical for calculating total exposure and credit worthiness also. So let's like how this is being used, like a person has an income of 50,000 rupees per month, or maybe his annual income is 10 lakh rupees, but he has financial existing financial liabilities of 50 lakh or 1 cr. Okay, so various business rules can be applied to calculate his total exposures and the credit worthiness for it basically. Okay, now party expenses. So monthly expenditures of every person can be stored into the party expense object with the help of relationship with the party profile. It can store EMIs, rent, the lifestyle cost, children's school fees, education fees, medical expenses. Everything can be stored into the party expense, and it is with the combination of income. This shows the net disposable income basically. Okay, then we have another object, like with the help of all of these objects we can calculate the party profile risk as well. So so calculating risk is a different process. It involves your financial data, your screening summary, some other details also, but the results of the risk level of particular party profile can be stored into party profile risk object. So we have risk classification, like we have party profile risk object which can be utilized for risk classification of the party, risk tier, flags, review status, and this is used in onboarding and periodic KYC refresh as well. So what we have seen, we see there are 7 objects. So together these 7 objects give you the complete financial profile of a customer before you make a decision on his lending or his onboarding decision basically. Now is next object or next cluster we have is identity and verification object. It is a compliance layer basically. Okay, and the KYC compliance layer proving the customer is who they say they are. So let's suppose I'm applying for a loan application. There must be some compliance proof that I am Arpit. I'm applying for the loan and I am Arpit basically. So to prove myself, there are certain steps or certain documents I need to give basically. So whatever document I may provide during the loan journey, basically the actual documents which I am submitting like Aadhaar, PAN card, passport, driving license. Okay, so there is an object called identity document. Okay, so this document stores the details of these Aadhaar, PAN, passport, driving licenses. It stores the document type, number, any expiry dates, or who's is the issuing authority for this basically. So these are stored into identity document. Now for this identity document there is a verification will also happen, right? So the verification event itself, like when was identity verified, like I am Arvind and my verification would begin. Okay, and for verification there be multiple methods are there, like manual, digital, video, KIC. and the results like either it is pass or fail, and also who perform this verification. So this kind of data is stored in party identity verification object. Okay, then there is a object party identity verification step also. So it stores the each step which was required to verify this person. So let's suppose to verify me a digital like video KYC was done basically. Okay, so like a video KYC was done basically. So there will be certain steps in video KYC. One is like customer will upload some documents. Okay, then maybe liveliness check will happen. Like people ask, like the system will ask me to blink twice. Okay, and then the face match against document photo will be done. Like I have uploaded a document, based on the document photo, the live face of me would be matched with the document. OTP may be sent to me which I need to put. So there are 3 4 steps, and each step can pass fail, right? Like this was done, this was not done. So each trick we need to capture from compliance layer, which can be stored into party identity verification step. Now the next cluster which we have is party credit profile. Party credit profile basically. There are total 5 objects together. These 5 objects gives you complete credit profile basically. So the parent object is party credit profile, which is direct child of party profile. Okay, so party credit profile is the parent, and it has 4 children objects also. So party credit profile itself stores the bureau score, credit limit, and risk band, and some other fields it also has. It is in a high level credit summary. Okay. Then we have another object, party credit profile alert. It stores the fraud flags, and defaulter alerts basically. Then we have party credit profile financial account. So each loan or credit product the customer has, like home loan, car loan, and credit card. Okay, and so this would be stored into the party credit profile financial account. Then each of these accounts can have some activity record under them. So there is another object like party credit profile financial account activity. It is a transaction level basically. So any transaction level details on party credit profile financial account. Okay, it stores the data into this. So payment received on the 5th January, any missed payment on any payment which is missed under these accounts would be stored into party credit profile financial account activity. Then we have party credit profile inquiry. Every time a credit bureau check is run for a party person, like a person, it create an inquiry record, and that inquiry record can be stored into party credit profile inquiry. If there are too many inquiries, this may be a red flag of fraud basically. So the key point is here is that it is usually for compliance. All of this data is what a credit committee reviews before approving a loan or onboarding a customer in different domains, like either in insurance or banking, retail banking, or business banking, and this kind of. Then another cluster which we have is party screening. Okay, so it is used for any kind of compliance screening, like either like any post list or political exposure list or sanctions before onboarding basically. So party screening summary, the overall screening result for a party profile. Okay, it stores screening date, screening type, either AML, PP, or some other kind of sanctions, and also stores the overall result, like is it clear, flagged, it is under review, and the screening provider which is used basically. Okay, so like for example, a customer was screened against OFSC and UN sanction list on 10th January 2025. The result is clear, and the provider is like complete comply advantage, and all this data can be stored on a party screening summary. Then we have this party screening step. If you see party screening step here. Okay, so the individual check within a screening run basically is stored in party screening step. Okay, so to calculate the party screening summary, maybe we have different checks basically, like one for AML, one for PEP, one for adverse media, and these steps can have their own results. So these can be stored into party screening summary as well. So this object, like in a real scenario, this object can be done in both manners. So maybe You want to store the independent results of each type of screening, like for AML, for PEB. Okay, then you use party screening summary independently for AML and for PEB. And for AML also there will be multiple steps or multiple checks they perform. For PEB also the checks multiple checks, verification checks are there. So how you can leverage this data model in that case? Like you would create a party screening somebody record for AML, and the multiple checks they have done, like multiple parameters they have checked, you can create the, the steps record for this basically. So these objects can be utilized in the both way based on your business use case basically. Okay, so let's summarize quickly basically. So what happened, like leads comes in, party profile is created immediately, then financial profile is built, like income declared, employment verified, address submitted, asset and liabilities are captured. The step 3 is identity verification. Whatever documents were uploaded against the individual person, it would be verified. It can be done by video KYC and maybe some other ways. And each steps would be tracked in like identity document, party identity verification step objects. Then there is a credit bureau check basically. So we have party credit profile and the related objects basically. Then we have screening related objects, and then finally is the loan approved. So when loan is approved or the customer is onboarded basically, we have the complete 360-degree customer view. This is audit trail intact and compliance is also done basically. Okay, so the key takeaway from this video is your party profile is the KYC anchor. Every identity, financial, credit, and screening record connects back to a party profile. It bridges the standard plus FSC object. So we have a standard code Salesforce object like lead contact account, and we have multiple FSC objects basically. So party profile act as a mediator between all of these objects. We have 20 around 20 objects, and all serves one purpose. Each object has a specific role, but together their motto is to give you a complete auditable customer view. And this is built for regulated industries basically. So like fintech, banking, insurance, they are governed by regulated industry regulated bodies basically. So this data model supports your KYC compliance, and it is built-in data model built-in data model to support your regulated industries requirement basically. So thank you so much to watch the video. For the next video, you can suggest your suggestions into the comment box, and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching the video.